What's up, art class? It's Miss Dowlin here with a tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how to do a self-portrait using proportions. The reason why proportions are important is they help us draw things a little more accurately, okay? So I'll show you guys step by step how to do that. So here we go. So all you're going to need is a pencil and a piece of paper for this part of your self-portrait, okay? So I'm going to start out, I just got my paper, I got my pencil, and I am going to draw an oval. Okay, so it's a little hard. I got my tripod. So I'm making a basic oval. An oval is just like drawing a circle, but a lot more elongated. It's a lot longer and not quite as round. So this is my basic shape. Next, I'm going to divide the face in half, okay? So here we go. I'm not using a ruler because this is just a guesstimate, okay? Does not have to be a perfect line. It can be a little wavy, that's okay. I'm also going to divide it horizontally, so here we go. So now your oval should have what looks like a cross, okay? This is telling us where our eyes are actually going to go. A lot of people think your eyes are way up here on your forehead. If you look at yourself in the mirror, your eyes are actually halfway down your head. So I'm going to make two marks right here, marking off where my eyeballs are going to go. Okay, all right. Now we're going to find out where the bottom of our nose is going to go. So I'm going to take my oval, go halfway between my eye line and my chin line right here. So that's about right here. I'm going to make a little mark. That's where the bottom of your nose is going to go. Next, I'm going to find out where my lips are going to go. That's halfway between the bottom of your nose and your chin. So that's right here. So I'm making my lips right now. So you want this to come out from about the middle of your eyes. You can make a little mark down. Middle of your eye, come down. That's about how wide your smile should be, or your mouth. So from the middle of your eye, straight down, that's where the corners of your mouth should go. So right now, you got a basic map of your face, and that's the proportions. Everyone has different eye shapes, eye sizes, nose sizes, lips, all that is different, but generally as humans, we all have very similar proportions. All right, so this is a step. This is going to be your eyes, so I'm going to label it. That's your nose, and that's where your mouth is going to go. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to draw an eye, a nose, and a mouth. Okay, so a lot easier than you'd think. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do an eye. So first, we're going to actually start off doing the pupil, which is the really small black dot in your eye. Well, sometimes it's small, sometimes it's big. It changes sizes whether you're outside in the light or if you're in the darkness. But we're going to make it a medium-sized pupil here because that's just what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm just doing a small little black circle. Making a circle, just going to color it in. And then now I'm going to make the iris. That is the part of the eye that's your colored part. So whether you have brown eyes, blue eyes, hazel, whatever, this is what that's called the iris. We're going to just make another circle right around our pupil. Okay? So make it fairly large. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Okay? Then I'm going to make the lash line. So this is the line where your eyelashes actually go. So I'm going to make kind of like a rainbow. I want this part touching the lash line, so I'm going to start down here, make kind of like a rainbow. Alright, you guys see that? So this is actually your lash line, so I'm going to make this a little bit thicker, so later on when I want to draw eyelashes, I can remember this is my lash line. That's very messy, so ignore the messiness. Oh, okay, and then I'm going to do the bottom, which is your lower lash line. And I'm going to start here and here. I'm going to make it look kind of like a football. So just come in, do almost like an upside down rainbow. All right. Sorry, this is kind of messy. It's a little hard to draw right now. And then that's your lower lash line. So that's why pencils are our friends. We can erase our mistakes. All right. So I'm going to change my iris. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to make my pupil just a little bit bigger. Then the last part I want you guys to do is I want you to have an eyelid. So don't forget your eyelids, okay? That's what helps us blink. So we're just going to do another line over the lash line, okay? And then there you got a very basic eye. Now if you want to go a little more detailed, you can add what is called a tear duct. So you just do a little, kind of like little circle over here on the, right here. That is where your eyes cry from. So it's just like a little tiny circle. So you make a circle right there. There's your tear duct. And then if you want to add eyelashes, I would just do some little lines. Don't make it too thick or thin. Take your pencil, make some marks. So since this is, I'm doing my right eye, I'm making my eyelashes kind of go to the right. Okay? All right. So yeah, you can add more details. I would shade in your iris a little bit because no one really has, you want that color to be different than the whites in your eye. So that's a basic eyeball. And there you guys go. Alright guys, now we're going to do our nose. So that line that we made that's halfway between the eye line and the chin line, that's going to be that bottom of your nose. So very, very lightly, yeah, here are my eyes. So very lightly you're going to just make a triangle going from this middle section of your oval. And that bottom line, the bottom of our nose, is going to be the bottom of the triangle. This triangle is just a good idea. Get basic shape. So we're going to start off doing nostrils. Now everyone's nose is different. Some people have wider noses, some have more narrow. So if you look at yourself, figure out if your nostrils are more far apart or if they're closer together. I'm just going to do a random nose here. I'm not really looking at my own nose. So these are kind of far apart, but not too far apart. So I just did 2 upside down U's, just kind of making little nostrils. You could shade them in a little bit. Yeah, just do an upside down U. So for 2 nostrils. Now we're going to do a U and connect these 2 nostrils together. So I'm taking my pencil, making a U. So see how now they're connected? There we go. So there. Now we're going to do some parentheses outside of this little shape we got going on here. That's going to be the outer edge of your nose. So do 2 parentheses. Okay? And then we're going to take, I'm going to make this person's nose a little wider. So I'm going to make 2 lines here and here. So that's just kind of showing where the nose goes out. So that's where, that'll show how wide our nose is on our face. There's a basic nose shape. You're going to erase those triangle lines. And then, here we go. And then you got a basic little nose right there. Okay? So pretty simple, and you can change this up depending how long or short your nose is, or you know, how wide or thin it is. Okay? Alright guys, now we're going to do one more feature. We're going to do the mouth, okay? So everyone has different, you know, lips, different mouths. I'm going to just show you how to do a basic closed lip, okay? So right on our person, we made a little line right here where our mouth is going to be. That is that line that's in between your top and bottom lips, okay? So I'm going to have my line right here. Now this is a lot bigger because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. So I got my line, that's my center line. So depending how thick or thin I want my lips to be, I'm going to look at, we're making our bottom lip right now. So if you have really a thick bottom lip, you're going to want this to be wider. If you got thinner lips, you want this to be a little bit thinner. I'm going to do in between. So I'm making a mark right here, and then you're going to want to make another horizontal line, but make it a little bit shorter than that middle line. You guys see that? So that's going to be where your bottom lip is going to be. Now we're going to make the top lip. So the top lip, I like to say making ski slopes. So they're kind of like 2 ski slopes. All right. So like I was saying, we're going to make two skis. I call them ski slopes because they're kind of like hill. They're not too, like, okay, so now we're going to make two I call them ski slopes. We're going to take a lot, starting from this corner, we're going to do a slanted kind of diagonal line going up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Do a slanted diagonal line going this way. Okay? And then you're going to make a V and connect these two lines together. And there you got what's looking like a top lip. Now, some lips are pointy, some are more curved, so you can kind of go back in with your pencil, make this a little more curved. If you got more curvy lips, or if you got pointy lips, leave it how it is. Okay? So we got that top lip, so now to connect that bottom lip to this outer corner, we're just going to go from this line and just connect them. And then do the same thing on the other side. Oh, excuse me. Do the same thing on the other side. So, and then all I'm going to do, I don't like how this is kind of flat here, so I'm going to make this a little more rounded out. Again, this is why pencils are our friends. We can change things up. So this is a basic shape, so you're going to want to erase any marks you made that you don't want to stick there. You can always kind of go back in and change things up, but this is a good way to draw like a basic closed mouth. Okay? So there you guys have it. Those are a couple tips and tricks how to make a self-portrait. And yeah. Thanks, guys. Bye.